Hello, guys. Thank you for your patience. I think this is going to be my best ever live stream exposing professional sports. So fasten your seatbelts. I'll be here for probably 2 hours because I've got so much to cover. I'm going to read out all your comments, and said to one of my friends recently, I said, one of my biggest goals is for people to rethink professional sports, question them. And they are now. More and more people are questioning this stuff. And I don't necessarily need these profound codes all the time now, which most people can't fathom. They're seeing the narratives now. I coached a kid this morning, American kid, and great kid, great footballer from Texas. And his dad was telling me that it's all a show. He said it's all a show to get as much energy as they can out of the fans. I was like, do I go illusion here? Or do I just go, yeah, I agree? So people are seeing it, guys. People are seeing it. So I'm going to cover the Spain game in detail. I'm going to tell you why France won, why in a shootout, and why it had to be a draw. It almost looked like they were playing for a draw. Why I feel like I said the torch is being passed now from Ronaldo to Mbappe, with France progressing and Portugal going out. I'll tell you why they went out in connection to Ronaldo, but I want to start with the Spain code. So before the tournament began, I told all of you, I don't know who's winning the Euros. Can you give me a woo? I was very clear. I was very humble. I said, I don't know who's winning the Euros. I'm going to go game by game, and I'm going to write a book, and I'm going to expose the tournament. I don't know who's going to win. Okay, I said England, Germany, it seemed like a massive trap. If it happens, great for my book. It seems like a trap with Gareth Southgate missing the penalty against Germany in England, Euro 96. So Germany are gone now. Spain's narrative's unbelievable. With the teams left, they have the best code right now. So I'll tell you why I think that. And again, it's my opinion. So I'm going to read your comments, then I'm going to go into the codes, and then I'm going to cover a few other things that need to be addressed. So Fiber Optics said penalties by the numbers. Correct. I don't call it penalties anymore. I call it a shootout. All right? For war. It's a shootout. France going to win. News in action. I guess you called it. They did. 5-3. How interesting. The Portugal goalkeeper saved 3 out of 3 penalties in the last 16 and couldn't save 1 penalty against France because the code was for him not to save a penalty against France. So Ronaldo's gone. And I want to say this to you all, guys, as well. I go deep into this stuff. When Ronaldo missed that penalty and he started crying, the media still made him out to be a hero, guys. Because they said, look at his mentality to take the first penalty in the shootout after missing in extra time. What you guys need to know, I know a lot of you guys have children. Many of you will have kids that play the beautiful game of football. And what I've started seeing recently, because I watch youth games, because I coach a lot of 10-year-olds to 15-year-olds, I go watch them play. Now, when a player misses a penalty or an easy chance, they're crying and they're looking to the heavens and they're down on their knees. So when you're seeing Ronaldo, a 39-year-old man, in tears for missing a penalty when he's supposedly got the strongest mentality in the history of professional football, you've got to realize what that's doing to your kids. Or where they're seeing all these athletes wearing pink boots. And your 7-year-old son's like, I want to get those pink boots. Should say no. All right. Anyways, so yeah, Pepe, how old was he? 41. What's he doing at the Euros? All right. What's he doing at the Euros? The only way you can play at the Euros at that age is being demonically possessed. Can somebody give me an amen? There's no other way around it. You cannot be playing a major championship at age 41 starting unless you're possessed. It's as simple as that. All right? If you want to talk about Pep's diet, all right, or his training regime, they all have the same one. Okay? Same with what people say about Ronaldo. Or he looks after his body better than all the other ones. Does he? Or is he just demonically possessed, guys? So what I'm going to do, I'll go back to your comments in a moment. Can you all please hit the like button, share this. Let's expose this tournament together. This isn't just me. I've got amazing people on my website, the likes of Chuck, you guys in the chat. The more people that see this, the more we expose Satan. Together, we have to shine light on this darkness. Guys, we all, probably all of you watching this, love football. All right? I love football. I still do, but I love the Euros, the World Cup. I idolized these players, okay? I didn't waste 3 hours of my day watching France draw 0-0 today. All glory to God, all right? I didn't have to sit down and watch it. I don't have to bet on it to get that adrenaline from life. So listen, this is deep. This code is immensely deep. When I say I've been chosen to do this, I am not the chosen one. There's hundreds of gifted coders now. There's loads of you in the chat. I'm not the chosen one when I say that. I've been chosen to expose this. Okay, and I have, because it's not something I would have wanted to expose because I loved it for so long. Loved it for so long, the professional game. All right, but God has clearly chosen me to expose professional sports and entertainment in general at the highest level. So I'm going to go into the Spain illusion. You've killed my love for the game. I hope for the professional game and not the game. All right, football's brilliant. Like I said, I coached this morning. It was brilliant. Kid was tired though. He nearly puked up because I put him through this workout. He was nearly sick. But don't let Satan ruin the game of football for you or sports. But the professional game is dead. Okay? Pretty much since VAR came in, the game's just died. And thankfully for me, I have no attachment to it other than I code it to expose it. And obviously, I still code it. It makes a living for me. It's a combination of things. I think I would still do this without a website. I just wouldn't do it as often. I definitely wouldn't do it every day. In fact, I have a website. It keeps me engaged to want to do it. Otherwise, I wouldn't do it every day. Now, I'm gonna break down the Spain code. I'm gonna do that first. So Spain just knocked out Germany. Okay, two of the favorites for the tournament. And for me, it's symbolizing another pandemic. Spain, their numbers connect to coronavirus and to 9/11. That's their numbers. All right, it'll be interesting if they win this after Real Madrid won the Champions League, but we'll see. And remember, a Spanish team won it in England. I know a few people like Spain, England now. We'll see. I've got to code that England game later today. So Germany versus Spain. Spain became the first nation to dump the hosts out of the European Championship at the quarterfinal stage after Mikel Merino's 119th minute header snatched an epic 2-1 win over Germany in Stuttgart. So 119 is 9/11 in reverse. Some of the people on my website and my friends were like, you're not going to believe this. Spain just won in the 119th minute. I was like, 119? Oh my word, you'll see why. You'll see why, guys. So Germany coach, he picked up his 81st career loss. I'm going to show you again how Kobe connects to all of this. All right, because he connects to Revelation. You'll see in my Euro book, everything I've been talking about for 4 years is playing out in these Euros. Check this out. Germany coach picked up his 81st career loss. Germany picked up their 9th loss against Spain, and Spain picked up their 9th win against Germany. 9 times 9 equals 81. Kobe Bean Bryant equals 81. And his highest scoring game was in his 666 game, where he scored 81 points. Remember, the Lakers won the NBA Finals the year he died, and they won it with 81 days left in the year. And this game was 666 days after Queen Elizabeth II died. And Kobe had a crown tattoo, and crowns connect to royalty. And 666 is basically 999. And it got me thinking about Bronny James, who has the 999 tattoo on his neck, when really it's 666. But Spain just became 999 all-time versus Germany. 9's the biggest number with Kobe. His highest scoring game was 81 points. 9 times 9 is 81. 8 plus 1 is 9. He died on January the 26th, 126. 1 + 2 + 6 is 9. He was inducted into the NBA Hall of Fame the 135th day of 2021. 1 + 3 + 5 is 9. 9 people died in the helicopter crash, which involved Kobe Bryant. So it's a huge number. And 999 connects to the UK. And I've told you Spain and the UK connect. They have the royal families. I've covered all of this. It's why the Kings of Europe, Madrid, won their recent Champions League in London, where we now have King Charles III, and Real Madrid stayed on 3 European Cup final losses. They became 15-3 in European Cup finals on the 153rd day of the year. And Queen Elizabeth was coronated on the 153rd day of the year. Okay? Now, UK emergency dialing code is 999. And yesterday was the UK general election in which Labour won, which I coded how long ago? I did a video. And their logo is red, just like Spain's jersey. And remember Starmer, who's going to become the Prime Minister, he was born exactly 17 years after World War II ended. Okay? What about Bellingham, who was born exactly 17 years after Maradona and Argentina won the World Cup? What about that? Okay? This is the 17th edition of the Euros. The first and last goal, if you notice this, the first and last goal scored for Germany. Who did it, guys? Type it in the chat. The 17th edition of the Euros was in Germany. All right? Who scored Germany's first goal of the Euros? And who scored their last goal of the Euros? What's his jersey number? Okay? Who I did my video about when he's doing the Baphomet. Okay? Doing all the satanic celebrations. Words, number 17. He scored the first goal for Germany, which was the first goal in the Euros, the 17th edition, and he just scored the last. All right? And that's because Revelation 17:17. For God hath put in their hearts to fulfill his will and to agree and give their kingdom unto the beast until the words of God shall be fulfilled. Satan's reigning right now, guys. He's completely controlling all of these games. All of the outcomes, he's controlling them. And what about all of my 9s? All those 9s? Why do you think Germany's number 9, Fulkrug, hit the post and missed the header in the last minute? It had to be their number 9. It had to be their number 9, guys. Germany have stayed on 3 all-time Euro titles and 3 World Cup titles. 3 times 3 is 9. Hitler became the Chancellor of Germany in 1933. Okay? There was stuff for Germany that Alto sent me. I shared it all, which I did. I shared multiple codes for multiple teams because I said I'm not picking who's winning it. But I saw that 3-3 before the tournament, and they've gone out in a 33 riddle. So there's even more to this Spain code. It's actually pretty insane. Spain's number 2, Dani Carvajal, who plays for Real Madrid, who's won 6 Champions League finals. He was given a red card. All right? 125th minute of the game. 125 is when LeBron overtook Kobe in the scoring charts to become number 3 all-time points scored. So number 2, Dani Carvajal, gets sent off, a red card. The second horseman of Revelation rides a red horse, which symbolizes war. It's why Labour have won. The colours have a big say. All right? Colours have a huge say. They do. And they do in the Bible as well. Now, Spain won the game 2-1. In gematria, war equals 21. Remember, England won 2-1 a day after Jude Bellingham turned 21 and he scored. And then in the 94th minute? That wasn't down. And they're like, who wrote the script, Jude? I did. No, Satan did. And you worked for Satan. Now, Adolf Hitler, he died exactly 21 years before the Church of Satan was founded. Exact, because he died 4/30/1945. The Church of Satan was founded 4/30/1966. Now, today is the 187th day of the year. Mein Kampf was his 1925 autobiography, and it was released on 18/7. All right. Remember, the Georgia Guidestones came down the 187th day of the year. all just remarkably coded. Today has 56 date numerology pure. Adolf Hitler equals 56, and he died at age 56. Coronavirus equals 56. COVID vaccine equals 56. Boris Johnson put England into their second lockdown with 56 days left in the year, reading from a 56-page document. What about Rishi Sunak today? Stepping down. All right. The youngest ever prime minister to leave office in modern political history. Well, he was the 57th prime minister, the 57th different prime minister, and he steps down on the 5th of July, 5-7. It's like with Boris Johnson, all right? He was the 77th prime minister, but he was the 55th person in the job. But he was the 77th prime minister, and he stepped down on 7-7. And now Rishi Sunak, who was the 57th person to hold the job as British prime minister, he steps down on the 5th of July, 5-7. You think he had a say in it? You think he had a say in it? He didn't. He didn't have a say in it. Neither did Boris Johnson. All right? It's just the code. And I'll continue to show you that. All right? Now, Spain, they won the Euro 2008 final versus Germany. They won 1-0 on Jude Bellingham's 5th birthday. This is the research I put in. Who played in Germany with Dortmund, and now he plays in Spain, where he wears number 5 for Real Madrid. So, what are the chances of all of that? It's like this tournament's revolved around Bellingham. Okay? He's getting all this attention. That doesn't mean England win the World Cup, by the way, the Euros, by the way. I'm just saying he's getting so much attention, and I know why. Jude in Hebrew means to praise. Jude in German is Jew. Okay? So, Spain picked up their 5th win at the Euros this year, and it was both teams' 5th game. 5 is the 3rd prime number. Germany exited Euro 2024 with 3 wins, exactly 3 weeks after Euro 2024 began. That's just more World War III, guys. Just more World War III. It's why you have King Charles III. It's not the 2nd or the 1st, is it? It's the 3rd. Now, Germany exited Euro 2024, staying on 3 all-time Euro Championship titles and 3 World Cup titles. Hitler became the Chancellor of Germany in 1933. Spain stayed on 142 all-time losses. This is why they could win the Euros, unless they lose maybe in a shootout, because they can still stay on that, because they lose in a shootout, it classes as a draw. 9/11 lasted 1 hour and 42 minutes. Coronavirus equals 142. Spain's logo has 2 pillars, like the Twin Towers. Now, my mate Thomas Lockwood, brilliant coder, we saw Torres came on for Spain, number 11, and Torres translates to towers. Thank you, Chuck. Now, when he came in, Lockwood and we both said, this could go 1-1. And I said, number 10 making it 1-0 is bait. It won't finish 1-0. There'll be another goal. And he said, yeah, I think it'll be 1-1. And then, again, a late goal. 89th minute goal for Germany's 89th all-time goal at the Euros. The Queen died on the 8th of September, 8-9. 89 is the 11th Fibonacci number. Makes the score 1-1. All right. What number? Number 17. 8 plus 9 is 17. 89th minute equalizer by 17. So Queen's funeral 11 days after she died at 11 a.m. World War I ended on 11/11 at 11 a.m. Guys, our whole reality is being coded. I never knew it, and you guys didn't, and now we do. Yeah, the number 5 with Anthony Edwards. Zidane wore number 5, guys. Zidane wore number 5, and I feel like Bellingham's becoming the next Zidane. Okay, he's wearing Predators. He's wearing the number 5. He's similar in stature. All right, he scores important goals. I don't think Bellingham's close to Zidane, but it's almost like Bellingham's being built around Zidane. Do you know what I mean? Can somebody give me a woo? Why is he number 5? Okay, it's interesting as well that Tony Cruz, which I put in a comment, Tony Cruz's last game for Germany, turns out it's against Spain, where he had all that success with Real Madrid. And his last Champions League game with Real Madrid was against a German team, was against Dortmund, and your boy played for Bayern Munich, their biggest rivals. The whole thing's just coded. Okay? No, I agree with what you're saying. I'm not saying Bellingham's on Zidane's level, but they're trying to build him to become like that. The way the commentators rave on about Bellingham, you'd think that he was Zidane the way they talk about him. He's not. He could be with the demon. All right. What about Zidane when he guided Real Madrid to 3 Champions Leagues in a row with no coaching experience? That was a red flag for me. Can somebody give me a woo? Please hit the like button, guys. 72 people watching. Can we have 72 likes? Is it possible that everyone just does that for me, for doing this? All right? Because I've told you, very few people in the world can do this. And I don't need to do this. I want to do it. But it does help me get this work out. Get it out. Have people question, how do you feel about Zidane winning 3 Champions Leagues in a row when he had no coaching experience? Why doesn't he coach anymore? What happened? Why did he stop coaching? Ask these questions now. See what they say. All right? Maybe if you just speak to them and relate to them and don't go into the code and speak down to them, just ask them these questions. All right? You know what? Before I finish off the Spain code, let's talk about Yamal and Messi, shall we? Shall we have a discussion about that? What was Lionel Messi bathing Yamal for as a baby? All right? What's that all about? I know a lot of you have seen this photo. Sorry if you can't see it clearly. What's that? Why is Messi, who was obviously a prodigy at Barcelona, why is he bathing a baby who is now the prodigy of the Euros, the prodigy of Barcelona, is 16? All right. What's that all about? What is that all about? It's not a coincidence. There's some sort of coded reality or black magic or some sort of deal being done or some sort of fallen angels that are living amongst us and we don't know. Why is he bathing a child? It's for a photo shoot for Barcelona calendar. And what about that Yamal? This is the stuff you can talk about with your friends now. And they can't keep brushing it off as, yeah, who's writing these scripts? It's crazy, isn't it? No, take a moment and go, what is this? Why was Yamal holding hands with Sergio Ramos in 2016 when he was 9 years old, all right, in El Clasico, all right, is holding the hand of Sergio Ramos. And then not long ago, Yamal was playing against Sergio Ramos. It was Barcelona against Sevilla. And what happens? Yamal heads it and Ramos puts it in his own goal. All right, so in 2016, Yamal is walking hand in hand in an El Clasico match, holding hands with Ramos. 2016, when Trump was voted in to become the president, when Ronaldo won his Euros, all by the code. All right. 2016, when Kobe Bryant retired. Now, the deadlock remained unbroken with 15 minutes left. All right. But Barca sealed all 3 points thanks to an own goal from, you guessed it, Ramos. And it says, football is a funny old game. All right. This was Ramos' 34th match against Barcelona, which is a La Liga record. 34 is big with Messi. All right, it's massive with Messi and with Maradona, who scored 34 goals for Argentina. It's why Messi won his first major tournament with Argentina when he was 34 years old. 34 is the 9th fib. All right, and this Yamal was 9 years old when he was holding hands with Ramos, and now today Spain have become 9-9-9 versus Germany, and I'm pretty sure that Yamal assisted the goal from what I read. All right. So Yamal, okay, he headed the ball across the face of goal. Ramos failed to adjust his feet in time and steered the ball past goalkeeper Orjan Nyland. All right. You can watch all of this. Now, if you think that's coded or players hitting the post and things like that, like you think Fulkrug was coded to hit that post, you've got a long way to go. If you still think Society of Jesus are coding everything, you've got a long way to go. Did I think this 4 years ago? Yeah, because I was naive. I was new to all of this. I didn't know what was going on. But if you're still thinking this is man, you have a long way to go. This is spiritual. This is biblical. The devil is reigning right now. Okay? And Sevilla, by the way, Ramos was wearing number 4. Spain can win the 4th Euros. It connects to the 4 horsemen. They could possibly win it. All right, I'm not saying they will because I've said this from the beginning. I don't know who's winning it, but if they do, I can't wait to reveal it. All right. And Xavi was the coach at the time. Him and Iniesta would have to change their jersey number 6 and 8. All right. All world wars began on 68 dating emoji pure. Adolf Hitler died a span of exactly 68 months before World War II began, guys. What about that Champions League Man City won in the 68th minute to win the 68th edition of the European Cup, and a Spaniard, Rodri, scored? Okay. 68 is really big, guys. It really is. So this stuff, who is this Yamal? And I've noticed they keep like, oh, Yamal's studying his exams whilst he's training at the Euros. Why would you bother? In all seriousness, he's probably got enough money now to last his whole life if he retires at the end of the season. They're trying to make him humble. They always made Messi humble. He's such a great guy. All right, he's an amazing family man. No, he's not. He's a Satanist. All right, he's being worshipped like a god. Did you guys see Otamendi's tattoo? This is a grown man. Nicolas Otamendi has a tattoo of Messi. And it says Gloria Eterna, which means eternal glory. A grown man, Otamendi, has a tattoo of Messi, marking his body. Now, let me just quickly break down the Argentina game from the top of my head yesterday. How interesting that Messi went through in a shootout where he missed a penalty, and the day after, Ronaldo's knocked out of the Euros, but he scored his penalty. All right? I had Argentina to progress yesterday. I covered why. Okay, I'm not going to go into all the details as to why, but I've told you Messi's playing in Miami because that's where Trump resides. That's why he's in Miami. Messi connects to Revelation. All right, he connects to Matthew 24:6, which is why he was born on 24/6, on the anniversary of Freemasonry being founded in London, England in 1717. Now, the shootout was 4-2. World War equals 42. War equals 42. Argentina won the World Cup final against France. 4-2 in a shootout. Albert Pike predicted 3 world wars. He died on 4-2. All right. Pele died on his birthday. The only player to win 3 World Cups. Okay. The Falklands War between Argentina and England, that began on 4-2. It ended on Donald Trump's 36th birthday. The beast reigns for 42 months, which is 3 years and 6 months. It's why Argentina won the shootout 4-2 to win their first World Cup in 36 years, to mean that they've won the World Cup 3 times out of 6 times they played in the final. They came into the World Cup 36 games unbeaten. And 36-year-old Otamendi scored the winning penalty that made it 4-2. Messi missed, did the Panenka. All right. And I put on my site, Argentina now plus 250 to win. That Messi just missed a pen. And then Ecuador couldn't score. And do you want to know why? As I have 47 likes, do you want to know why Martinez keeps being the hero in a shootout? Do you want to know why? Because he was born exactly 47 years after World War II ended. Argentina won the World Cup. They have 47 all-time wins at the World Cup. Trump's going to be your 47th president, guys. I'll say this again. Your boy, Martinez, all right, they've got a lot of Martinezes. They've got the centre half who plays for the Red Devils, who scored, who, by the way, was born on 181, the 42nd prime. Lisandro Martinez scored, plays for the Red Devils. All right. And then you got the Martinez, who's the leading goal scorer in the tournament, who's playing for Inter Milan. He's number 22. And there's 22 chapters in the book of Revelation. Remember, Israel was attacked exactly 22 years after USA invaded Afghanistan. Exactly 22 weeks after King Charles III was coronated. I'm pretty sure, did Portugal's number 22 miss a penalty? Who missed their last penalty? All right. Why is France's goalkeeper number 16? Okay, because the shootout finished 5-3. 53 is the 16th prime. Is that why France's goalkeeper's number 16? Is it? 53, 16th prime, really big. It's why Italy won the Euros, Euro 2020. First time in 53 years. It was the 16th edition. Can somebody give me a woo? Portugal had all these 11s in their code. All right, yeah, and Felix, number 11, missed that penalty. But they must have Did they miss 2 penalties or just 1? Theo Hernandez got the winning one. I'll have to look into why it was him. I don't know enough about Theo Hernandez. Is he playing for Paris Saint-Germain? Let me check. And he's got a brother as well. They both became pros. Some sort of black magic for these guys. All these brothers, like the Hernandez brothers, the Pogba brothers, the Lukaku brothers. So he was born in Marseille. Look, he's number 22. The winning penalty is number 22. It's all revelation, guys. He's playing for AC Milan, so he's playing in Italy. I'm pretty sure he played at one point for Paris Saint-Germain, but maybe not. Have you seen Mbappe's brother has now got a pro contract? I think he's gone to a French team. It might be Lyon. I'm not sure. So, yeah, I've just seen number 22, Theo Hernandez, gets the winning penalty. So Felix hit the post. Again, you can't code that in the sense of, I said this about Rashford when he hit the post in the Euro 2020 final. They ain't good enough to hit the post. If this was literally all man, there's too much pressure on them to be that good to hit the post. Then I'm telling you, if he meant to hit the post, they deserve that money that they're getting under that pressure. But was the only one miss? Or was there 2? Again, I don't watch this stuff. I take it France must have taken the first penalty, yeah? France must have taken the first penalty. So, yeah, number 16 goalkeeper, why? Why? We can figure this stuff out. Let me finish my Spain code off. I didn't even finish it off, guys. Listen to this. Listen to this. It's getting crazy. Guys, I'm sorry I'm not reading your comments right now, but I will. Portugal's goalkeeper was number 22. Wow. Javi, God bless you. Javi's a really good friend of mine. God bless you. Argentina could possibly play Canada in the semis. The tournament started with Argentina beating Canada 2-0, like they could play each other twice. Possibly, I don't know. This Brazil-Uruguay game is going to be very, very, very interesting, to say the least. Very interesting. It is black magic. So let me go back to this Spain code. Remember I told you Spain are now 9-9-9 against Germany? Well, if we go back to Euro 2008 final, you'll see that the winning goal was scored by number 9, Fernando Torres. And Torres translates to towers. And I've told you Spain's logo has 2 pillars, like the Twin Towers. Remember Wembley Stadium originally had the Twin Towers and it got knocked down. Okay? Now, the 911th minute of the day is 3:11 p.m. Remember Neo's passport ran out 9/11 and Neo from the Matrix was born on 3/11. Okay? Check it out for yourself. Go watch the movie. It's in the movie. Now, 3/11's massive. Okay? The 2004 Madrid train bombing took place on 3/11. All right? There was a train bombing in Madrid on 3/11. Coronavirus was declared a global pandemic on March the 11th. 3/11. All right? Which just so happened to be, guys, exactly 16 years after the Madrid bombings. All right? Spain heavily connected to coronavirus. If they win it, here comes another pandemic. It's up to you guys how you respond to it. All right? If you want to keep doing what Satan tells you during it, all right, do it. I won't play along. All right? We've had it. We've experienced it. It was unknown. It was shocking to us all. When this next one comes, which it will, let's see how we all respond to it. This knowledge can help you. It can change your life. I've noticed on my website, God bless people on my website, I've noticed this. People ain't there just to win money anymore. All right? People like Chuck is like, I don't even want to gamble anymore. This code is just too profound. I don't even need to gamble. There's an amazing coder called Zen. It was like, when I don't gamble now, I'm doing the best codes of my life. This is deeper. What I'm revealing and other people is far deeper than winning £80 or £60. Okay, that's nice. Do you know what I mean, guys? This knowledge can save you. When Satan's going to force all this stuff upon you or attempt to, you're going to start seeing through it. You're going to see it. Now, the 3:11 is biblical because Revelation 3:11, behold, I come quickly. Hold that fast which thou hast, that no man take thy crown, corona. Look at Spain's crest. It has a crown on it. It's why a Spanish team are the kings of Europe. It's why they have a royal family. Corona translates to crown. Now, I'm going to ask you this. Guys, please ping that like button. Really ping it. I want hundreds here. I never, ever get over 200. Please do me that. All right? Please do me that favor. I'm getting so many messages here now. It's non-stop today, and it's pretty exhausting. And guys, can you wish my girlfriend a happy birthday? Her birthday's tomorrow on George Bush Jr.'s birthday, on the anniversary of the Georgia Guidestones coming down. You can't make this stuff up. So I'm going to look after her. All right? I'm going to give her the day. So if you want to wish her a happy birthday, you can. If not, no worries. I'll tell her. I'll show her the stream. So the 3:11's massive. It's really big. It connects to 33. 3 times 11 is 33. All the 33s with why Germany went out. But check this out. Thank you for hitting the like button. I'm very grateful. Thank you for wishing a happy birthday. What I'll do, I'll screenshot it. Keep the not screenshot it. I'll take a photo. All right. She gets really happy over those little things. She's like, thank you so much, Guapo. She calls me Guapo, which means handsome. So this Yamal character, whoever he is, all right, this Yamal guy who they're bigging up, literally controls the ball. It's like, that was world class. What a player. It's like they're building the next superstars. Like Ronaldo's on his way out. Messi's on his way out. Now we need superstars. We need to get that energy to Yamal, to Bellingham. All right, you see what they're trying to do to Mbappe. It's a new generation of deceivers. All right, whether we've had Best, Maradona, Cruyff, Pele, all right? They're building up the future, the next generation of what? Deceivers? Is that what they are? Now, listen to this. This Yamal's number 19. COVID-19, guys. 19 hijackers who were responsible for 9/11. 19. Had to be 19. They got trained by bin Laden, guys, who didn't have a pilot license. Oh, that's me demonetized again. But that's what we're told. All right, that's why he's number 19. The jersey numbers are important. Okay, these players are not going, you know what, give me number 53. I like that number. Who likes 53 as a number? I've never asked anyone what's your favorite number, and they've said like 53. They just don't. It's like, oh, 11, 7. All right, it's the same numbers people say. All right, these jersey numbers, guys, I'm telling you, I don't know if this has always been the case. I think it has been, because I'll give you some numbers. But it's now Satan is showing himself to the world. Sports, politics, the mainstream in general, music awards, Hollywood. He's there. He's there now. All right. Acknowledge him, like acknowledge me, like what Roman Reigns says. You need to acknowledge Satan, but you need to know that he's defeated. All right. You need to acknowledge him, but you need to know that he's already been defeated. Don't ignore Satan. All right. And don't fear Satan, but acknowledge him and know that he's lost. So that's really crucial. Going back to the 3:11s. All right. Listen to this 3:11. And one of the main hijackers was 33 years old. Wow. Do you know today's date can be written 5/7 and bin Laden was born in 57? He died on David Beckham's 36th birthday. Do you know David Beckham was born in Whipps Cross Hospital, and he's known to have the greatest whip/cross in football? He was born in Whipps Cross Hospital. He has a giant cross on his back, all right? And he's known to have the greatest cross in the history of football. And bin Laden died on his 36th birthday. 666 is the 36th try. Beckham was an ambassador of that World Cup in Qatar, which was all a satanic show. Yeah, Adam, it was in Qatar because it was about money. It had nothing to do with money. All right? 2018 was in Russia because it's war. Okay? And this one in Qatar was all biblical. Middle East, all connects to Jesus and the beast. All right? It wasn't because of money why it was in Qatar. It had nothing to do with money. It was the code. And it's the last ever World Cup. Mark my words. 22nd edition. I've said this for ages before it even began. That will be the last World Cup you see. And I know a lot of you say, no, there'll be one in 2026. All right? In the US, Canada, and Mexico. They won't. Because you'll have a pandemic and a war before 2026. Mark my words. All right? I don't see another Euros. I don't see another World Cup. All right. 22nd edition of the World Cup we just had. This is the 17th edition of the Euros. 22 plus 17, that's 39. That's the year that World War II began. War equals 39. Told you Revelation has 22 chapters. Revelation 17 is about the beast. I don't see another major tournament. I said enjoy this one whilst you can. But I know more and more of you are not enjoying it anymore. Why would you want to watch 3 hours of football to watch a 0-0 where it's already been written to be 0-0 and it's already been written for France to win the shootout? All right, my slight lean was France, and I had Spain not to lose in 90 minutes, the 1-4-2. But I'm not interested in that. These games are so hard to code. I want to expose them. All right, but my gut feeling was Ronaldo's done today. He's done. Why? Because today's 7-5, and it's exactly 7 months before his birthday and exactly 5 months after his birthday. All right, Israel was attacked by Hamas 75 years after declaring its independence. Okay? So, Cristiano Ronaldo, he's pretty much done now. He's done. What's he going to do? Star in a movie? Go to Hollywood? Probably. Hope you don't watch his movie. But this Yamal guy, you got to keep an eye on him. All right? Because there's some sort of energy that's going towards Yamal and it's going towards Bellingham. Loads of energy, and there's something that goes on with this. They're pushing this Yamal and they're pushing Bellingham. Now, do you want another 311? Another 311? I've just typed it in the chat. That's Germany's record at Euro 2024. Can somebody give me a woo in the chat? Germany just exited Euro 2024 3-1-1. 3-1-1. Just ridiculous. Ridiculous, guys. Now, it connects to Kobe as well. Germany exited Euro 2024 with 104 all-time points. Kobe Bryant's last ever game, 104th day of 2016. 2016 again, guys. That's when Portugal won the Euros. It's when Trump was voted in. This Dani Olmo, by the way, who scored for Spain, what's his birthday? Oh, 5'7" or 7'5". Of course, he's 26 years old, the biggest number with the Queen. He's number 10 for Spain and number 7 for Leipzig. 10-7 is when Israel was attacked. And this Dani Olmo is actually called Daniel Olmo Carvajal. They don't tell you that. Spain have 2 Dani Carvajals. One scored, one got sent off. And this guy's playing in Germany, and he scores against Germany. He plays for Leipzig. His name's Dani Olmo Carvajal, guys. He's number 10 for Spain. Dani Carvajal, the fullback's number 2. How long did 9/11 last? 102 minutes, guys. It lasted 102 minutes. Remember Man City won the treble on Prince Philip's 102nd birthday? Jude Bellingham showing me his balls makes me think he's an invert. I believe so. Let me show you these photos. Carvajal family, it's a Jewish family. Yeah, I bet it is. That Dani Carvajal's like, what, 5'7"? It's demonically possessed, guys. At this level, they're possessed. All right? I'm telling you, when you come through academies as a defender, if you're 5'7", you've got no chance. You've just got no chance. Yet he's become what? The best right back of our generation. Okay? And he's always trying to be a tough guy. He's no tough guy. He's no tough guy. Right? Watch these photos that I found. I've not shared them yet. Where are they? I've got one here. Right, I've got this photo, right, of Phil Foden. Number 47, by the way, guys. That's why I said he would win the Player of the Year before the season began in the Premier League, which he won. Look at this. Tell me if you think this is camp. What's that? All right, what's all these NBA players all wearing nail varnish and dresses and stuff like that? All right, we need to keep our kids away from this stuff, guys. I don't have any kids, but you know what I'm saying. Now, here's a photo of Bellingham when he was younger. All right, it is femboys. Look at Bellingham here. All right, that's so feminine, guys. I'm telling you. And this one here with Foden, he said, felt cute, might delete. And he's pouting. This is who your kids are looking up to, guys. This is who your kids are looking up to. They're bringing this feminine. That's why they're wearing the pink boots and the purple boots. Now, guys, I have a couple of pink shirts I occasionally wear. But do you know what I'm getting at? There's agendas. It's why Harry Kane has to wear that rainbow armband. All right? Pulisic wears it, but he's a child of God. Well, why is he promoting that abomination of a community then? Because he's not a child of God. When they say they want to thank God, they're talking about Satan. All right? I wouldn't be here if it wasn't for God. Yeah, we know who you're talking about. I know straight away who you're talking about. There's a club, guys. There's a cult. There's a satanic cult that are involved, and we worship these people. Could Kamala be the 47th and Trump the 48th? It could happen, absolutely. I'll be shocked, but it could. Remember, the Eclipse was on 4/8. Now, check this out, right? Yeah, for sure. Growing up, it felt like the players were a lot more masculine. If you go back to the 70s and 80s, I remember my dad used to say, Adam, this is not real football anymore. And that was in the early 2000s. I wonder what he's saying now. My dad grew up watching, he watched the World Cup final, 66. He was 11 years old, 66, the 11th try. My dad grew up watching George Best, where people are trying to break his leg. And now you can't. Like, by the way, as well, how did Germany not get a penalty? That weird-looking guy who plays for Chelsea, Coccadella, I think his name is. All right? Now, he looks Jewish, by the way. I saw it. Somebody sent me the video and said, explain this illusion. Isn't that a penalty? Guy's taking a strike. I don't know who it was. Defender's arm's out. It hits his hand. It was going on target. Didn't even check VAR. It's a penalty. It was a pen. So all this VAR and it's making the game fair. Guys, it's the devil who determines. If Satan says it's no penalty, it's no penalty. That's how you've got to see it now. Don't listen to Carragher, Neville, and debating it, and Roy Keane, and the referee apologizing, and FIFA, and it's the devil. Don't listen to all of that nonsense. And it is energy. If you notice, right at the end of the Spain game, right at the end, I don't know how many added minutes they played, but Musiala got pulled back by Carvajal to get him his sending off. I've told you why he got sent off. The second horseman of revelation is war. He's number 2, red shirt. He's pulled back Musiala, number 10, who was born exactly 10 years after the 1993 World Trade Center bombings, right? Okay. Musiala, who's number 42 for Bayern Munich, rips his shirt back. Camera had to go to the fans. Again, I get sent clips. Camera had to go to the fans. And what you had was Germany fans doing that. Spain fans doing that. Toni Kroos, as far as I'm aware, probably took the free kick straight into the keeper's hands. One of the worst free kicks I've ever seen. It was like in the warm-up where the goalkeeper coach is just pinging in balls for the keeper to catch. All right? And that's what happened. But it had to have that last moment where this is it. This is the moment. This is the chance. All right? And it's almost all of these games. I'm sure in the Portugal game, which I wasn't paying attention to, I'm sure there was a late chance there. France should have won it at the death, or Portugal should have won it at the death. There's always something to give them something to talk about. And these what-ifs, these what-if moments. Think about the World Cup with France-Argentina when Martinez made that save. They're still talking about, oh, how different it could have been if Martinez didn't make that save because France were through on goal with like a minute left. I didn't watch that game live. I've seen the highlights. But people are still saying, oh, if only he would have gone the other way of him. All right? And all this stuff. It's all these talking points. Stop talking about it like that. Expose it, because it's really important now. Guys, billions of people have been deceived by the devil with the world of entertainment, not just pro sports. I was massively deceived. My whole dream was to be a pro footballer. It almost feels like I never was going to be one. All right? And it bothers me to this day, and it'll always bother me how much impact these people are having on us. Whether it is as fans, whether it's gambling on these people, kids idolizing them. Enough's enough now. This has to stop. This needs exposing. And I'm not the only one doing this. I've told you all of that. I ain't the only one doing this. But enough's enough now. This is black magic. Yeah, it finished 4-2 on penalties, just like Argentina was 4-2 in penalties. And who did they beat in the final? France. France's dialing code, by the way, is +33. That's why the World Cup final finished 3-3, why Argentina have won 3 World Cup finals, lost 3, and why I did my code a year before that literally says, was Sergio Aguero's retirement at age 33 a ritual for Argentina to make the World Cup final? I always said they were making the final. I wasn't certain they'd win, but Argentina will get into the final. Okay? And they did, didn't they? And they won it. Thoughts on Sparky Lee? From what I've seen of him, I think he's interesting. I know he's a nice guy. He's open to all of this. I think he genuinely has his heart in the right place and he wants to expose deception. I don't know him. I'm friends with a friend of his and I don't have a bad word to say about him. My opinion is when people ask me about content creators, make your own decision. If you're gaining from them and you're learning and you enjoy their content, watch them. If you don't watch them. And the people making content about me, they can say what they want about me. It's absolutely fine. They're just wasting their time and energy. Because I can do a video like this, exposing this in 51 minutes. And they're trying to expose me with whatever they're trying to do. So my thoughts with social media, watch what you want to watch. Support who you want to support. If you want to send somebody a super chat because you like them and they've impacted you, do it. Don't worry about why are you giving money to him? Why do you support him? It's your choice, man. It's your choice. Strange to name the final decision based on the VAR, an abbreviation of variable and various. Yeah, VAR is a joke. It's completely killed the game. Van Dijk is the only remaining captain that's 33 years old. Orange equals 33. That's a great point. He's born on 7/8 as well. And the Euros began on Trump's 78th birthday. So, yeah, Holland could win. I've said all of this. It's too hard. If Holland win, you know what I mean? Like, they've got stuff going for them. I'll see. I'll go a game at a time. Holland will likely play England, won't they? But who knows? Who knows? I'll be amazed if England or the Netherlands don't qualify. I'll be really shocked if it's Turkey against Switzerland, put it that way. I'll be really shocked. But who knows? Usually what you get in a major tournament, there's 3 big teams and 1 shot. All right? There's 3 big ones and 1 like, oh, how did they get there? So you've got Spain, France, 2 of the best teams in the world. And then you probably expect England and the Netherlands, but you don't know. You'll find out this time tomorrow, won't you? But yeah, the Van Dijk thing with the 33 is very interesting. Very interesting. The Netherlands have a royal family as well. Do you remember that bald feminine clown Vinnie Jones who became an actor? Agent D, he was my coach. I don't know how many times I have to cover this with Vinnie Jones. Vinnie Jones was my coach for 2 years. Yes, he played in the Premier League. Yes, he starred in Hollywood. He was really good to me. Now with this work, I believe he's working for Satan. I didn't believe that at the time. I didn't know anything about the code. He was a funny guy who supported me, who praised me all the time for my ability. He said I could easily have been playing in the Football League in England. Told me this to my face. He invited me around to his parties and all of that. Not just me, the whole team. But yeah, he was not a great footballer. He used to train with us. He could barely move, guys. But he was a great guy, and one of the funniest people I've met in my life. All right. Do you think England's going through? I need to code it tonight. From what I've seen, yes. But I've not coded the whole thing. I've not looked at Switzerland. I found all the England numbers. Very interesting. I've not looked at Switzerland, and that's dangerous. If I just approach it and go, oh, okay, England's code set, it's great. You can't, I've got to look into Switzerland. Switzerland have CERN. Switzerland connects to COVID. They connect to the Bilderberg group. Switzerland, they're neutral nation in war. But there's big numbers against them. There's big numbers. But they've been better than England this tournament. Can somebody give me a woo? I said this a few days ago. Switzerland have been better than England this tournament, football-wise. They've been a better team. And what about this? I haven't covered this yet. Are you guys aware that France are in the semi-final and they've not scored a goal from open play? Can somebody give me a woo in the chat? This is the second best team in the world according to FIFA. All right? They're in the semi-final. Remember, they got Deschamps, who has champs at the end of his name, an abbreviation for champions. They haven't scored a goal from open play in the Euros. This is players with Mbappe, Griezmann, all these players people rave on about. They haven't scored from open play. Mbappe got a penalty. There's been on goals. And they had this 0-0. It's a joke. Guys, it's a joke. Okay? It's an absolute farce. It's a shambles. And people get all hyped up for these big games. How many times do I tell you they're a letdown? FA Cup finals, Champions League finals. They're always a letdown. Oh, it's France, Portugal, it's Ronaldo against Mbappe. Okay, so it's going to be 0-0 then. And they ain't going to do anything. But they get the energy from, I think they get more energy from you before. I think they actually get more energy out of the fans before. You know, the build-up, all that build-up, that excitement, especially like when you've got a bet on it and you're all excited about it. And then it's almost at the end of it, you're like, it's like somebody's, at the beginning, they're blowing up your balloon. They're blowing up that balloon, all right? And then right at the end of it, it's just like, pop. That's how it feels. That's why I'm not emotionally invested. I'm not like, I need to get back and go watch France, Portugal. I have no desire to watch any of it. Spain can get to 99 points, France to 88. Yeah, Spain have 99 if they win the Euros, which is 9 times 11. That's very interesting. What if Turkey win it 20 years after Greece won it, and then the Turk-Greek war will start? That's an amazing insight. I'll be shocked, but if Greece can win it, Turkey can win it. Can I get a woo? If Greece can win it, if Denmark can win it, Turkey can win it. They have the youngest team at the Euros, I think. Last European Championship, if Holland was in 88, 36 years ago, yeah. And they were the only team that came into the Euros with 68 points, the biggest number with war. They came in with 68 points. That caught my attention with the Netherlands. And they had a big 8 riddle to knock out Romania, and they beat them very, very comfortably. Very comfortably. Canada have scored 1 goal and still haven't been eliminated from the Copa America. It's just a farce, isn't it? Canada, it's not even their number 1 sport, guys. It's ice hockey. There's all these records being broken as well. Like Canada getting to the knockout stage of the Copa America is comical. It's comical. But they've got that one superstar in the team. Is it Alphonso Davies? Look at the rest of the squad. It's laughable. Guys, let me tell you something big in this France game. Yeah, Canada, Venezuela, just 2 very poor footballing nations. It probably is low scoring. It seems in the knockout stages, if you go on under 2.5 goals, you're probably going to win money. Not every game, but almost every game is going to have less than 3 goals in the knockout. It seems to be the case. Not all the time, though, but just from experience. Euros look like the African Cup of Nations. So many black players. Yeah, there is. It's because a lot of them are African. They are African. France's squad are pretty much 90% African. Right, listen to this. Yeah, Canada's second language is French. That's very true. You've got a lot of French Canadians. Yeah, that is very true. It is connected, like the Copa America is connected with the Euros. It's going on at the same time for a reason, guys. All right, and it's in USA and the Euros is in Germany. Obviously, Trump was born in USA, but his father's German. Now, listen to this. Look at this. Can you give me a woo if you can see that 1946 in the chat? Can somebody give me a woo? I'm about to blow your mind. I'm going to show you that this has been coded from the very beginning with this presentation now. Okay? I'm going to literally show you with this 1-minute presentation that every game that France and Portugal have played against each other has been coded for it to get to this point. All right? Guys, please hit the like button. I'm hoping to reach 100. I'm on 74. Like US Independence Day 74. Like Donald Trump's presidency ended when he was 74. Like King Charles III was coronated at age 74. Like Benjamin Netanyahu is 74, Israel's prime minister. All right, the UK election was on 74. Somebody left a comment saying, this illusion never talks about 74. That's because Masonic equals 74 and he's a Mason. I've covered 74 loads of times. I don't talk about it every code. I'm going to tell you why this 1946 is significant. France just drew this game. Had to be a draw. Here's why. France all-time against Portugal. God bless you, GG. France, 19 wins, 4 draws, 6 losses against Portugal. Donald Trump was born in 1946, and the crowd goes wild. The Euros began on his birthday. France in 1946 against Portugal. That's the year Trump was born, guys. It's the year Trump was born. It's why it had to be a draw. It's why people told me in extra time it looked like nobody wanted to win. Whether they knew it or not, it had to be a draw. Which means, guys, which I put in my code, coming into this game, the all-time record was 1936. I'm going to test somebody in the chat. Who was born in 1936? If you keep up with my work and read my books, guys, who was born in 1936? I effing love your streams, Adam. Thank you, Jellyfish. What a great name. Yeah, I'll be shocked if Netherlands and England both win in 90 minutes. I'll be very shocked. Thank you, Mr. Man. Pope Francis was born in 1936. Pope Francis, who connects to France. The Society of Jesus were founded in Paris, France. All right, he's a member of the Society of Jesus. He connects to Ronaldo. I've shown you all of that. And to Messi. Remember when he became the Pope, he invited Argentina and Messi to the Vatican and the Italian national team on the same day. And then in 2021, Argentina won the Copa America 24 hours before Italy won the Euros. Pretty convenient, Francis, you snake. Now, 1936, guys. And now it's 1946. So we went from the year Francis was born to the year Trump was born because of that draw. Yeah, I think the Pope is... I think the Pope's German. I don't think he's Argentinian. You know, guys, look how they play around with people's nationalities. Something I noticed a lot here. I was looking into players. I'm like, whoa, he plays for Slovenia, but he was born in Russia. I see so much of it. It's like, they tell us that the Pope's Argentinian. Is he? Is he? Like, for example, if my mother gave birth to me in Mexico, but she lives in England and we went on vacation. Am I Mexican? They could justify that. He was born in Mexico. Maybe I leave the day after back to England. So it's like, is the Pope Argentinian? Guys, Satan's a liar. He's just a liar. And something that you've got to be careful of is that there's so much deception, it can drive you a little bit insane. So try not to overdo it. When you start asking a million questions, it becomes too much. So just try and be like, what's important here? All right. Okay. It's spiritual war. Okay. There's a God. There's a devil. All right. Okay. The only way to heaven's through Jesus Christ. Okay. Satan, this is how he operates. He's a liar. He's a thief. Okay. He's a deceiver. Okay. This is how he operates. We can't know everything. Like, who's winning the Euros? I'm humble enough to now say, I don't know. I don't know. And you guys don't know. But my word, I'm going to let you know why a team wins it and what it's probably going to symbolize. So there's more. Guys, do you want me to keep going with my Spain code? I've got more with the Spain code. It was heavily tied to coronavirus, 9/11, and Kobe Bryant. All right, there's more in the Spain code. Listen to this. I didn't even finish it. So I said Germany equalized after 89 minutes, scoring the 89th all-time goal at the Euros. 89 is the 24th prime. Germany coach can exit Euro 2024 2 weeks and 4 days before his birthday, which he did. Kobe Bryant wore number 24. Kobe Bryant played his last ever NBA game the 104th day of 2016. Germany exited Euro 2024 with 104 all-time points at the Euros. 351 days before Spain coach's birthday, Spain can pick up their 26th all-time win at the Euros. 351 is the 26 triangular number. COVID equals 26. Kobe Bryant, who took more shots than anyone in the history of the NBA, died the 26th day of 2020. The year coronavirus was declared a global pandemic. Who announced it in the US? Donald Trump. Smiling. All right, go back and watch when Donald Trump announced that it's been declared a global pandemic. He's smiling. Why was he smiling? Go watch it. Yeah, 14 draws, 14 losses for Germany, 104 points. I was born the 104th day of the year, which is the 14th day of April. All right. Pope Francis was born with 14 days left in the year as well. I'm telling you, I'm almost certain that the British royal family are German, and so is the Pope. I'm almost certain. I can't prove it. A lot of things I can't prove, but if you look into the bloodline of the royal family, it's German. Trump's bloodline's German. And I bet if I look deep enough into Jorge Mario Bergoglio, if that's even his name, because it equals 201, I'm sure we'll find a little bit of German blood, baby. Ooh. Okay? Germany had no intention to win against Spain. I don't know. I'm saying when Fulkrug hit the post, you can't rehearse that. Because a few inches that way, it's a goal. Do you know what I mean? I saw the Germany goal as well. It looked like they could have defended it a lot better. It just feels like FIFA now, guys. You know on FIFA when you know the opponent's going to score. Can somebody give me a woo if you play FIFA? I don't have a console. I used to. There was times on FIFA where I was like, you're going to score here. I just know. I've killed you all game. You're going to score. And then it starts like, you can't get the ball out. You're trying to pass and like, it's like, I didn't pass it over there. What are you doing? I didn't go to that player. It's like, stop making excuses. Like, no, I didn't. All game, I've not done that. And then they take the ball off you like, okay, they're going to score. 90th minute. It's like, I can't do anything about it. And then I stopped playing FIFA. I used to play FIFA tournaments. I would win them so often. Pro Evo, not so much, but FIFA. And we play for money. I remember when I lived in LA, my friend was living in this house and he had like a cinema in his basement where he was staying. And we'd have FIFA tournaments. And you just knew. You get this sense. And I bet if you watched that Germany game today, I don't know if you did. I bet you guys were all feeling, I bet Germany score here. Anybody felt that? Yeah, I think video games are coded. You know how we control, or we think we control the characters on a video game? That's what's going on with these players. They think they're probably in control, but they're not. So when you're playing a video game, you're technically controlling the players and what's going on that screen. And I think there's a higher power and black magic which are controlling these outcomes. It doesn't even mean the players need to know. But let's say it again. Why is Lionel Messi bathing a 6-month-old boy? That's not his own child, who's now a superstar for Barcelona and Spain. Why did Spain defeat Germany a day after Argentina and Messi won at the Copa America, when Messi made his name in Spain and he scored his first ever World Cup goal in Germany? It all seems a bit too perfect, guys. If Argentina got the final, Messi would have 186 matches with Argentina. I'm almost certain they make the final. Here's what I'll say about it with that Copa America. Argentina get there. They get into the final. I know they would have to beat Colombia, I think, who many people think are going to win the Copa America. But I think if Brazil knock out Uruguay, I think Brazil will beat Argentina. The biggest thing for Argentina is they can win 3 major trophies in a row. And they're so heavily connected to the number 3 and World War III. And they can win 3. They won the Copa America, the World Cup. They can win the Copa America. I think if Brazil knock out Uruguay, Brazil beat Argentina. And I think they're building Vinny Jr. up to be the best player in the world. I think if Brazil win Copa America, you can justify a Ballon d'Or for him. Won La Liga, Champions League. If Brazil knock out Uruguay and beat Argentina and Vinny Jr. is the hero, he's going to be in that Ballon d'Or conversation. But again, I don't know. Argentina will get there for me. Yeah, that 186 is massive because obviously USA was founded 186th day of the year. He's playing in USA. The tournament's in USA. And COVID was declared a pandemic exactly 18 years and 6 months after 9/11. So I don't see how Argentina don't get there. That's why I was very happy that Messi missed that penalty, because a few people took Argentina in play in the shootout. All right, even though he missed the first pen, I was supremely confident Argentina were going through. So that 186, yeah, preferably they play Colombia, because if they play Panama, there's going to be 0 value. If they play Colombia, you're going to get value for bettors. On another level, Professor Adam, Tommy King, you're brilliant as well. Tommy King messages me, like compliments me, and he shares his codes, and I give him my feedback. And he codes like I do. I think he's great, and he's gifted, and he's nice, and he's humble, and he's respectful. And they're the people that I want to interact with. So Boris likes England. I think everybody's on England, aren't they? To be honest with you. Or do Argentina play Venezuela or Canada? Then there you go. They're in the final. Sorry, my bad. Wow, so Brazil have to beat Uruguay, Colombia, and Argentina probably to win it. So they've got a really, really, really hard draw. But again, does it matter? Does it actually matter if it's coded? If Greece could beat Portugal in the Euro final in Portugal with Figo, Ronaldo, Deco, Rui Costa, Carvalho, then Brazil can beat those teams. That's just the reality. I don't know Grabavoy. I have no idea who that is. England are like Dallas Cowboys, always relevant, but not championship quality. Well, not really, because Dallas have won 6 Super Bowls, so they have championship quality in their franchise history. They've got 6 Super Bowls, brother. I would say Dallas recently, they're always hyped up and they always blow it. Dallas recently, not as a franchise. They've got 6. Like the Steelers. Mexico lost CONCACAF Nations League and didn't pass the group stage. I know, it's just a code. Mexico's about to get destroyed, which sucks because I live here. I told you I coded who would be the Mexican president. I got it bang on. All my friends in Mexico said, you're wrong about this one. What makes you an expert about Mexican politics? I don't need to be. All right, this is a code and this person wins. And they did. And it's about to destroy Mexico. But the whole world's going to get destroyed. I ain't worried anymore. It don't matter where you go. I'm going to leave US. I'll go here. I'm going to move from England to Spain. Short term, it might benefit you. Mark of the Beast is going to be universal. It's not just going to be in Europe or the Middle East. It's going to be universal. So what I would say, Get right with God. And if you want to move, start doing it now. Start looking into it now. Adam Lester won the bloody Premier League. Yeah, 81 points. The year Kobe retired, whose highest scoring game was 81 points. And he died in a helicopter crash like Leicester's owner. 81, square root is 9. It's why number 9, Jamie Vardy, was so good that year. And he played in the 9th tier at one point, non-league. I was playing a higher level than Brady when I was in England. But for whatever reason, he got to the top. Again, is it his code? Is it black magic? Did he just work hard? Did he take advantage of his opportunities? You can go back and forth with it all day long, and you'll never know. But it's fun to question it, guys. It's really fun to question it. If you can just sit back and go, you know what? I don't know everything. I'll never know everything. I don't want to know everything. But my word, this is intriguing. This is interesting. By the way, I put in my code, I find it wild Deschamps was born on 10/15, and there's 10 months and 15 days between Mbappe and Ronaldo's birthdays. 10 plus 15 is 25. Ronaldo was born on 2/5, exactly 7 years before Neymar was born, and he just exited the tournament. Can you believe that CR7 just exited the tournament exactly 7 months before his birthday? Ain't that convenient, Cristiano? Cristiano began his career 28 for Sporting Lisbon. 28 is the 7th triangular number. Then he wore 17, the 7th prime, and then he became number 7. And remember, 7's the 4th prime, and he scored his first ever World Cup goal exactly 4 years before Cristiano Ronaldo Jr. was born. Watch my video about Messi, Ronaldo, and Messi Jr. and Ronaldo Jr. with that exact same birth span. Check that one out. USA got knocked out of the Copa America with this record. All right. They had this record, which I put on my website in a comment. USA were knocked out 102, correct? That was USA. They finished 102 in the group, and it was in USA. Look how long 9/11 lasted. 102 minutes. USA exited Copa America in USA with a 102 record because 9/11 lasted 102 minutes. Can I get a woo if you agree? I've done this long enough now, guys, where I can speak with this confidence. Not that I know everything and I can predict everything, because trust me, I can't. But I'm telling you, USA went out 102 because 9/11 was 102 minutes. There's a reason why it was 102 minutes. Okay? There's absolutely a reason. Shall we go back to this, guys? Here's your boy, Baphomet boy, Luka Modric. Don't tell anybody. I worship Satan. So do I. Well, I worship him even more than you. Okay, I won't tell anybody. Like, I've shown you all of this stuff. It's going to go in my book. Who are you shushing, mate? You ain't going to silence me. Can somebody give me a woo? They ain't going to silence me when it comes to exposing this. All right? Doing all of that. You ain't going to shut my mouth. I'll tell you that. I'll keep talking until I'm dead. Keep exposing this stuff. So, from the start date to the end date of the Copa America is 42 days. Brilliant. Didn't know that. That 42 really benefits Argentina. They lost the first ever World Cup final to Uruguay 4-2. So imagine they play Uruguay. The first ever World Cup final, Uruguay beat Argentina 4-2. You can't make this up. 1930, the year that Anton LaVey was born, who founded the Church of Satan. Tomorrow's WWE Money in the Bank. Well, I think soon you need to take your money out of the bank. All right, these banks are shutting down, baby. They're going to collapse. My advice right now, guys, honestly, is enjoy your money right now. Another pandemic's coming, a war's coming. You ain't going to do much when that happens. You saw what happens with a pandemic. You're limited as to what you can do. A war we've never truly lived through. I'm sure you won't be hopping on planes if there's a war going on, especially if it's a world war. So you know what? Enjoy your money. I'm going to start doing it. I'm going to start enjoying it a bit more. I don't really do anything with my money. I'm very modest with my living. I'm going to start enjoying it. So it won't mean anything. So yeah, money in the bank. Who's headlining it? Gula's here. God bless you. Hey, Chris. Solo Seiko, new tribal chief. Satan's the chief. Roman Reigns, yeah. Roman Reigns had all this success, and then his father just died, yeah? Ain't that convenient? Ain't that convenient? It's this sacrifice, guys. If you read the Bible, the sacrifice is throughout the Bible. There's sacrifice going on. Okay, look into Ronaldo and his father. And interesting as well with that Martinez, who I told you, he was born 92, exactly 47 years after World War II ended. Ain't it interesting that he plays for the Villains and he played for the Gunners? That Martinez was like Arsenal's third choice keeper. He was a nobody, and now he's the best keeper in the world. He was at the Gunners, and now he's at the Villains. Why is the best goalkeeper in the world playing for Aston Villa, guys? He was the Golden Glove Award winner as well, wasn't he? Why is the best goalkeeper in the world playing for Aston Villa? Anybody got an answer for that one? Is there going to be death soon? I believe so. I believe physically, mass death. Focus on your eternal life, brother. I don't know if you believe in God, and that's completely your choice. But yeah, I think we're going to see mass death, whether it's a pandemic or wars or both. Famine. It's all the four horsemen. If Spain win it, guys, then they're fourth Euros and they have the 9/11 coronavirus connections. Yeah, there's another pandemic. And Bill Gates has told us, all right, that there's going to be another one. And nobody's going to dismiss this one. They've already told us there's all the pandemic simulations for 2025. But the pandemic simulations were in 2018, 666 days before COVID was declared a pandemic. So we might not see a pandemic till 2027. I don't know. But they've said 2025. There's going to be SPARS, a pandemic, global pandemic. Much deadlier than COVID. They've told us it's online. You can check it out. I've done a video about it. I showed you it all. Yeah, Lucifer equals 74, correct. I haven't coded the Olympics in Paris, but all you're going to have to do is watch the opening ceremony, and they'll probably tell us whether the 2012 Olympics was in London. It predicted COVID. Can somebody give me a woo if you watched it? The 2012 Olympic ceremony in London predicted a pandemic and death and people in hospital beds. Go watch it. It's on YouTube. Cody sacrificed his dad. Very possible. The way he keeps talking about him. Yeah. Yeah, it's sickening. This is the type of stuff to get to that level. You don't want to know what they're doing. I don't even want to think about it anymore, what they're doing. And it's all speculation when it comes to that stuff. But yeah, for sure. I think. I told you I haven't coded the Olympics yet. I'm sure I could figure it out. By the way, that 1936 as well with France coming into this game, 1936 against Portugal. Who hosted the Olympics in 1936? Anybody know that? This is a trivia question. Who hosted the Olympics in 1936, guys? Does anybody know? Yeah, Patrick's a smart guy. Germany. And who was in power? Hitler. Guys, in 1936, when Pope Francis was born, Hitler was in power and they hosted the Olympics. They made a big thing with Jesse Owens and racism, like you're not welcome in our country, and he won all those medals. Because I've told you, sports push politics and agendas, because it's the devil. The devil's the god of this world. He runs politics, sports, Hollywood. Are you all aware of it now? Can I get a woo in the chat? If you've come to the realization that Satan runs professional sports, Hollywood, politics, all right, the justice system, he runs it, the pharmaceutical industry. When you finally come to terms, and it's not the elite, and it's not these multi-billionaires, they're just working for Satan. They're Satan's minions, all right? You got to look at Gru, which is Satan, not his minions. So when you realize, okay, this is Satan, Satan's running this, this is why it is so sick and disturbing and corrupt, and what, oh, it doesn't make sense. This is not fair, because Satan doesn't play fair, guys. Satan doesn't play fair. So don't play along with him. I've had to cut off my brother. I've cut him off now, guys. I love him. I'll always love him. I've cut him off because he don't want to know. And all he ever does to me is abuse me and mocks me. Now, I could turn around and tell him what I've got going for me in my life and be all cocky about it. I don't need to. I just said to him, I said, you're 37, bro. All you ever do is offend me, or LOL. All right? Unless you want an actual conversation with me, don't contact me again. I'm at that point now, guys, because I see it as Satan. Satan wants you to play his little games. All right? And I'm not playing games anymore. And I see people now who have the spirit of Satan. And I'm not playing games with them. I'm not going back and forth and back and forth. And I think you guys need to do the same thing. Okay? If people are just playing these games with you, even if you're in a relationship and you have a boyfriend or a girlfriend and they're playing games with you, cut them off. All right? So, remember when Cubs broke their 108 drought like a baseball has 108 stitches? I know a baseball has 108 stitches. I didn't know the Cubs had a 108-year drought. That's very interesting. Some priests from my country, Romania, also predict the end of the world. They say that people who emigrated will want to come back. It will be impossible because our country will be surrounded by fire. Yeah, it's probably right. Probably right. Romania is the home of Transylvania, isn't it? The vampires. They've got Roman in the name, honestly, Roman Empire. Do you know that Yamal has the same birthday as Julius Caesar? Yamal has the same birthday as Julius Caesar. 108 years of energy harvesting, yeah. Yeah. I don't speak to my brother either. He loves sports and could never imagine they are rigged. Even with all the sports betting, which is lower level to this, he still can't admit it. No, I don't mind that stuff. It's the only way he communicates with me is abusing me. Now I can take it. I love a bit of banter. I can have it, and I'm open to criticism. But if all you can ever do is criticize, if your message is just LOL, I said, LOL what? No response. And I just said, listen, bro, if you ain't got anything to say, all right, don't message me. Just don't bother. And if you do, I'll respond. But if you don't have anything of substance, or it's just mocking me, he says to my friend, I love when Adam misses a pick. I just love it when he misses. Ain't that satanic, guys? You want your brother to miss a pick? Why? And I know a lot of you have watched me for 4 years. I don't claim I know everything. I'm way more humble than I've ever been. I can get stuff wrong, but I get so much right. And I've said this, a salesman doesn't close every deal. A doctor doesn't save every life. A detective doesn't solve every crime. You can't just say they're a fraud. Okay? Because of that, I don't expect to get everything right. I would be a multi-millionaire. I would have made you all multi-millionaires if I got everything right. Can I get a woo? I would have made all of you multi-billionaires if I knew everything. I knew straight away that I would never know everything. I just was like, I want to expose, and I want to be right more than I'm wrong, a lot more. Not just like I want to be like 55%, 45%. Like, I want to be dramatically right, and I want to put out information that you cannot dismiss. And I think I've done that now. Oh, you can dismiss it because people can dismiss whatever they want. But if they read my Euro book, good luck dismissing it. Because all the information in it, you can fact check it. Even the fact checkers couldn't call me out. That talk absolute shit. So, what did I say about France? Frenchman Mbappe, 25, signed for Real Madrid this summer, a club where Ronaldo won 4 successive Champions League titles. Of course, he won 4, CR7, 7 the 4th prime. Mbappe is 25. Ronaldo was born on 2-5. That's why Mbappe has gone to Real Madrid at age 25, by the way. Beast of Revelation can take out 25% of the earth, which is a quarter. France can stay on 3 draws and 6 losses to Portugal, and Ronaldo was born on the 36th day of 1985. So I saw that at the beginning. It turned out with the 1946. But I was like, I don't see Portugal winning this game. And I find it interesting that Portugal were 2-1 in the group. And this game was 201 days after the Pope's birthday. And now your boy Ronaldo's gone out. 201's a massive number. World Trade Center went from 2 buildings to 0 to 1. It's funny how Messi was 201 at the World Cup in the group. And then now you had Ronaldo 201. So, interestingly, Deschamps stayed on 101 wins and 26 losses. 101's the 26th prime. Remember, Messi won the World Cup 101 days after the Queen died, and he did it in his 26th World Cup game. What else was there here? Just the fact that this game was 666 days after the Queen died is baffling to me, to be honest with you. So sometimes it's just narrative. I think Ronaldo's done now. I think Ronaldo's done. I think it was passing the torch to Mbappe, and that was the big thing that I saw. And Portugal, what, 0-0 in the last 2 games? Ronaldo didn't score at the Euros. He's done, isn't he, guys? Enjoy your football in Saudi Arabia. I noticed that the first time these teams ever met was exactly 3 days before the Queen was born. And then Portugal, did they score 3 penalties? So, guys, I'm going all the way back to 1926 with these codes. 1926, and the Queen was born. It's why I said that Madrid could beat Dortmund 2-0. Because Dortmund stayed on 19 goals against Madrid, and Madrid got to 26 in London. 1926, the year the Queen was born, and it finished 2-0. That was like a good shout. A lot of people took them at 7-1. I don't bet, but I was like, that's pretty interesting. I'll share that. Does it mean it was going to finish 2-0? Does it mean I'm the greatest in the world? But no, I got to share that. I got to share those little details. Haven't I? Terminator came out in 1984 and mentioned 40 years in the future. Yeah, 1984 is when France won the Euros. In France. 1984 is George Orwell's book. If France get to the final, it's on Bastille Day, which is France's national holiday. Now, is that too blatant? I don't know. Argentina beat France a day after Pope Francis's birthday. So I don't know. I left the France code. We'll see. But France, Spain, that's tasty, isn't it? I bet Zidane connects to it. He played in Spain, didn't he? I bet Zidane's numbers are all over there. So I'm kind of excited to code that semi-final. I am. I hope with all my heart that you don't hit the happening of World War III and the end of the world. I don't enjoy my life. I'm too young. We can't control the end of the world. I could be wrong. You could be here for the next 50 years and live a happy life. I ain't no prophet. It's just what I'm being guided to tell you. Do I want the world to continue and be as it is now? My life's really good right now, brother. I don't want a pandemic. I don't want to be in a lockdown. I don't want to have to fight the system and not get the mark of the beast. I don't want to do that. I don't want a war. I don't want to hear a plane thinking, is that a bomb about to go off? No, but I'm ready for it. Can I get a woo in the chat if you are as well? I don't want it to happen. I ain't pushing this. I'm not excited. But on the other hand, it's like, if this does happen and it is all biblical and Jesus Christ is on his way, so that's when I can smile. But in the flesh, no, I don't want the world to collapse. Do I think it's gonna? Yes. Do I want it to? No. And God's not going to worry about your plans, put it that way. In the sense of, I've got plans. God ain't going to worry about your plans. It's about fulfilling his word, not your plans. We can't make it about us anymore. It's not about us. We could wake up tomorrow and there could be a headline saying, Russia gets hit by a super virus and whatever they want to call it. And it's like, what? That could happen. But I've told you the war will not be announced till after the Euros. This dark winter that Trump's talked about, and Biden, especially Biden, this Euros needs to be done. It's why it was in Germany. And I think the Olympics will probably have to be done. And I don't think you're going to see another Euros. Now, would I happily be wrong about that? Absolutely, I could. I would happily be wrong about that. I used to play Bastille Day, a song by Rush. Nice. Hey, Adam. I love my life too. It's very easy, Daddy. God is too good to me. There's nothing wrong with appreciating the gift of life, guys. Just don't love the world. And be aware the things that you have can be taken away from you, including your health. So appreciate it whilst you have it. All right, don't be like Ebenezer Scrooge, who has so much money and then he just sits alone in his house, miserable. See what happened when he started sharing his money? Things like that. When you're healthy, utilize it. Work out, go for a walk, whatever it is. My phone will not stop going off, guys. Yeah, exactly, Patrick. How funny is this that Patrick Cash has just said we could wake up and the TV says money is worthless. And his name's Patrick Cash. Brilliant, eh? Cash, like money. Listen, yes, absolutely. You could wake up tomorrow to a headline saying, World Bank shut down. The Great Depression is here. That's what I mean. You don't want to be like that, though. Which is why I go a day at a time, which is why my codes, which I've told you for the last 4 or 5 months, I just go a day at a time. Let's see what's happening, see what I'm guided to code. Okay, Portugal playing France today. I've got to put out a code. Here's what I see. Somebody asked me who in a comment and said, okay, nice Spain code, but who are they going to play? Portugal or France? I think France because of Mbappe. And I don't want to claim that I called France and stuff. It's just in players. I think France. I think France are going to play. Now, it could have been Portugal. That guy might have then put $1,000 on France because of that one comment and left my website. Or maybe he took France from that one little comment and now he thinks I'm a genius. Best money he's ever spent being on my website. I can't overthink it, guys. I can't overcomplicate all of this. I'm blessed. We're all blessed to be alive. We're all blessed in different ways, but we're all blessed that we have life. The fact that you guys can listen to this and type comments and share your insights, what a blessing, eh? Now, if the whole economy collapses, we ain't going to stop it. You can do your protests in the street of London and New York. It ain't going to change anything. All right? Those protests don't do anything. You just got to be like, okay, what is this biblically? All right? I need to hold fast. I need to stay strong. I need to have strong people around me. The website, I've got strong people when it comes to mentality on my website. They see through it. So I want to interact with them. I don't want to interact with my brother anymore. He doesn't see any of this. He thinks I'm mental. Why interact with him? All right? Yeah, your code for Super Bowl 59 is brilliant. I think the Chiefs win, but I'm not going to say who you like, but I think the Chiefs three-peat. As of now. And I'll say this, somebody's recorded it. If they don't win it, he said the Chiefs. This is now. I've not even posted a code, or maybe I have. This is as of now. But remember, I go day by day. I go day by day. And I might even say this at the beginning. I don't know who's winning the Super Bowl. I'm going to just go week by week because I do really well with the NFL. I do well in all the sports. That's the reality. And I do. I have done for 4 years. Whatever it is, I do well in it. So I might just go, guys, I don't know who's winning the Super Bowl because people, he said 49ers. Like, I said the Chiefs would get to the Super Bowl before the season began. They did. And I said they would play the Eagles or the 49ers. And they played the 49ers. And then I lent the 49ers in the Super Bowl. And I said, if they go up, cover the Chiefs. And they went up by 10. And I called the touchdown McCaffrey, which was bigger value than the money line for either team. But it's still like, yeah. Somebody left a comment saying, all you need to know about this guy is he said the 49ers. That's all you need to know about you, mate. If that's how you're going to judge me. That's what it says about you. You're going to judge all of my work from one pick? Wow. Whoa. So, yeah, Chiefs 3-peating just makes too much sense. Maybe against Green Bay. Yeah, maybe against the Packers. I don't know. They've got love in the team, haven't they? Their quarterback's love. Satan does everything in the name of love. Lakers are the last team to 3-peat in the NBA, NFL, MLB, NHL. Lightning could have, but of course, Lightning strikes twice. Exactly, but the Lightning strikes twice. They won back-to-back. That was it. They weren't going to win 3 in a row. Lightning strikes twice, just like it struck the Basilica twice. Just like Lucifer was cast out of heaven like a lightning bolt. The numbers are undeniable now, have much more meaning to them than winning a bet. Fiber Optic, one of the best comments I've ever read. I've been trying to say this for years. The knowledge that I share is profound and life-changing. Can it win people money? Yes. Does it? Yes. Have people lost money? Yes. Did the majority win? Yeah. Why? Because they stay on my website. But more and more people are now saying, I don't watch these games and I don't bet on them, but I love to code them. One guy said to me, he said, I watch the games and I go with my friends and I tell them what's going to happen. So I watch the game. I said, watch what's going to happen. I was like, watch, they're going to zoom to this player right now. Watch, there's going to be a goal here. Watch the commentators about to say this. This is at the pundits at halftime, they're all going to say this. Watch. And then eventually your friends start seeing it if they're open and go, whoa. And I've done it to friends. I have completely changed the way they see sports. Close friends and people I don't know. A guy from South Africa, all right, sent me an amazing message and he's watching. All right, super, super nice what he said to me. And he didn't have to. His name's Tobogo. I won't say his full name. All right, sent me a 47-second audio. All right. Carl, amazing guy. God bless you. All these people, it means a lot. It makes me want to keep doing this. Okay? It does. So, if you can approach this where it's not just about making money, but you can occasionally bet, you know what I mean? If you're feeling it or you see something and go, you know what? I think Spain might actually win this in extra time. All right, have a little flutter. Just don't let it consume you. Don't give your soul to it, which I did for 9 months. I gave my soul to sports and gambling, and it destroyed who I was, but it helped my bank balance. But again, money can come and go, man. It really can. And I've never been rich from doing this. I'm comfortable. I am absolutely comfortable. I'm definitely not rich. I still worry about putting gas in my car, but I'm comfortable. I don't need donations. All right. But I ain't rich. And guys, I actually watched a brilliant video yesterday. This YouTuber, I forgot his name, but he doesn't have any views or anything. I think his video is great. I'm getting tired now, guys. Can you hit that like button? My throat's gone. I'm getting tired. Just hit me then. I just had oh my word, I'm knackered. I was coaching this morning, like 34, 35 degrees. Wait. It might be the AC as well. Guys, when you live in the desert and you go from 35 degrees to air conditioner, and I'm sweating a bit. Anyways, what was I saying? Oh, come on, Adam. Guys, what was I just talking about? I was talking about gambling and I'm sorry. And it was going to be pretty interesting. Can anybody remind me what I was talking about? Money. I don't know. I was talking something about money. People say I only do it for money. I gave up a $320,000 house. I got no money for it. I gave up my job when I didn't have any real following. Here's what I was talking about. This guy's video. And it was brilliant. And again, we can talk about Satan, this, that, and the other. We don't know. But he had all these superstars being interviewed. Again, we don't know how sincere they are. But they all said that they're depressed. And they got depressed after they achieved everything. So there's loads of them. I'll share the video on my website. I can't remember what it was called, but I've still got it. I'm going to share it. And it had all these celebrities. Like, it was like the guitarist from Foo Fighters. I think there was Will Smith. There was a load of them, like top Lady Gaga, top stars. And they had, John Lennon even said it. Again, we can say what we want about these people, and I've got my opinions, but they were all like, once I got to number one and I had millions of dollars and I had my 10 cars and my 5 houses, I'd never been so depressed in my whole life. So I still like, for me, taking my girl out for dinner and thinking, should I have that extra orange juice? Should I pay that extra $4? I still have that, and I want that. I don't want to be the guy who was betting $5,000 on a game and winning every day and throwing down my card. I don't want that. I want the guy to put gas in my car where I'm looking to see how much it is. Not where I'm just like, here's my American Express. I don't have an American Express. I don't even have a credit card. But I like that, and I've always liked that. But I like to be comfortable. I don't want to be poor, all right? I don't want to be scraping money together, but I don't want to be loaded, which is why I charge $10, why I don't need to gamble, all right? I want that feeling of, okay, I'm not stressing and panicking about paying my bills, but I have to work my ass off to pay my bills. Can I get a woo? That's where I'm at, and that's where I want to stay. Now, when the beast system comes, I probably won't make money. And then it is what it is. Just study the word of God. But for now, I like this. I am not getting rich from this. Whatever people try and say, I am not getting rich. But my word, I'm very, very, very fortunate to be able to make money from a gift that was given to me in 2020. It was given to me. But do you guys agree with this? God bless you, O'Malley. I'll share the video. And again, it always depends who you compare yourself with. If I compare myself with a homeless guy, I'm rich. If I compare myself with Bill Gates, I'm poor. All this, you don't want to make those comparisons. But I know that I'm taking my girl out tomorrow and she wants to go to this fancy place because it's a birthday. And I'm thinking, whoo, I wonder how much those cocktails are that she's going to get. I barely drink. I'll have 1 or 2. But I'm thinking about that. And I wouldn't be like, all right, it's the illusion here, guys. I want a private room. All right, all inclusive. I don't want that. I don't want to be that guy. I've never liked that. I grew up with friends like that, and I never wanted to be in the VIP booth. I wanted to be out there on the dance floor with everyone else. That's just who I am. My nature is that. So I was going to say something right before I finish because my throat is really hurting. Yeah, it's all relative, and that's a great way of putting it. It's all relative. I find all my worldly friends are very depressed. Yeah, because they need God. That's the truth. They need Jesus. He's the light. He brings you peace, which you can't find in the world. Billionaires take their own life. That is when I really realized money doesn't give you long-term happiness if a billionaire's taking his own life. To be honest with you. And I've had, like, I knew when I was betting $2,000 a day for 9 months and all the money I made, It wasn't every day 2 grand, sometimes 2 grand, a grand, 500, sometimes 200. Sometimes I didn't bet. I knew when I was making that money, I'd never been more miserable either. I think that 9 months when I was coding, I'd never been more miserable, but I'd never made so much money in a 9-month span in my life. But I'd never been so miserable. So I have a personal example of the best I've ever done financially was over that 9-month period, gambling and Patreon. And I quit my job. I didn't need to coach because I had all that money. I'd never been so miserable. I got through it, thankfully. All glory to God, man. I didn't have God when I was doing that gambling. And I'm not saying that you can't gamble at all. There's a level to it, though. Don't let it take over your life and become your God. And it did. It was a God for me, coding and gambling for 9 months. It was I worshipped it. It's the first thing I thought about when I woke up. And the last thing I thought about before I went to bed was the code and making money. Even though I wasn't obsessed with money, I wanted to win. I just wanted to win. But anyway, that's just a personal story, eh? What do you want me to watch? And don't you sometimes think that the thought of something is sometimes more exciting than achieving it? Anybody else? Oh, my throat. The thought is sometimes better than achieving it. I'm sure the thought of lifting up the World Cup trophy is honestly better than doing it. It sounds so strange. The thought of making it and getting there and achieving your dream is probably more enjoyable than achieving it. Sounds very backwards, but it makes sense to me that. It makes sense to me. Like pushing for something is more like, I would rather be like, okay, I want to go to the gym and I'm pushing for this figure and I've got that motivation and desire to get there. Now I've got it. It's like, shit, I've got it. Now what? And you're like, whoa. If my dream was to win an Oscar, now I've got it. What is it to win another one? My dream's to be rich. Now I'm rich. Now what? Sometimes you've got to be careful, you know, and you've got to have that big goal. No, you don't. Go a day at a time and enjoy life. The blessings, the adversity, just appreciate them. All right. And don't have that major goal. And this one's very dangerous before I go. By the age of 40, I want to have 200 grand in my bank. You might not make it to 40. Okay? You might not get there. Right. I'm off. I could talk more about the code. I don't think I need to. I think I've really exposed this tournament. And how many days? We've got 9 days left. Oh, that's another 9. Oh, my word. Spain just became 9-9-9 against Germany 9 days before the final. There's another 9 for you. Oh. Wow, another 9 right there. Okay, guys. Thank you all for watching. Can you all hit the like on your way out? I got to 87. It's the year Messi was born. Can you all hit it? Every one of you, please do me that favor. Let's get to 100. Again, this is demonetized. My videos, I can screenshot you that it's all demonetized. I only get money from Super Chat unless I do the occasional video, which is not demonetized. So asking for these likes is not for money and it's not for my ego. I just want people to go, okay, this guy's got 100 likes. He must be talking something that's interesting for 100 people to want to like it. So if you can, hit it on your way out. I'd appreciate it. I'm going to sip this water. I'm going to read a bit more of my Bible. I have to code England game, Netherlands game. I'll tell you this right now. I'll be very, very, very shocked if Netherlands and England both win in 90 minutes. It has yet to happen in any of the knockout games where both favourites won in 90. It's not happened yet. It's not happened yet. So it's trying to figure out which one might be a draw. It's just tough. Woo, it's tough, but it's fun. Kind of like working out. It's tough if you're doing it properly. It's also fun, isn't it? You know what I mean? All right. So I'm off. Thank you, guys. Thank you, God. Taking this shirt off, dripping with sweat, gonna have a shower. And thank you all for watching. And if you are watching, brother, I do love you, but stop with the negativity. It don't benefit you. It don't benefit me. It don't benefit anybody. See the light of Jesus Christ, bro, and I'll be there for you. But I ain't playing games with anybody anymore. Don't have the time. Don't have the energy. Woo! Take care, guys. Much love. God has already won. Woo!